You're now watching a clip from the Inspired by show. You can watch the full episode on our YouTube channel or listen on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. So make sure to head over there, leave us a 5-star rating if you enjoyed it, and follow the show. I'm curious from your perspective. I've seen a lot of people say that when it comes to trading, you need to take the emotion out of it. And a lot of people go, oh, I don't know whether I should buy now. Oh, I should jump out now. And it's emotion, emotion, emotion. What's your views on letting your emotions come into what you do with your money, in particular trading in this instance?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. This is the biggest reason people fail with investing. I think if you go onto any trading platform, it says like a little stat in the corner, like 70 or 80 or 90% of traders lose money. Purely, all of them will be because of emotions. Wow. Because I think we've all experienced it, even aside from trading. When money's involved, we do get a bit emotional. Like, it doesn't matter where you are, anything's involved, whether it's good or bad, you do. So when you're trying to make decisions based on logic, which is what it should be, logic and emotions don't mix. There's not space for both of them in your mind. So yeah, when emotions are high, logic's low, right? So you make bad decisions, you fear of missing out, FOMO, like you were describing there, and you come off of your strategy. Now, the way around it is exactly that. You need to have a set strategy in place. And this is the same for business as well, right? You've got to be following something. You can't just be like, oh, I feel good today, so I'm going to do this, or I feel bad. No, it's like, this is what I'm going to do. No matter what's happening around me or what the weather's like or whatever like that, I'm going to do this, then this, then this. And if that happens, cool. If that doesn't, that's fine. I'll just follow the steps.
Yeah.
That's the way around it. But it can be very dangerous to let emotions get involved, for sure.
I find that interesting because it's also relevant, like you said, in business as well, with emotion. When, we start feeling like we need the sales, desperation kicks in, logic goes down, emotions take over. What advice can you give to entrepreneurs that are listening, or even employees right now that are finding emotions are clouding their judgment? What experiences have you had, and what would you say to others?
Yeah, I think in business, it's equally easy to let emotions get involved because you're very much on the front line, as well as like your face on the, you've got to be careful on like what you say, be careful what people are saying about you, that kind of thing. And it's very easy to get down about it, especially in business can go have a few bad days and things can really hurt you, or a bad comment online. In the overall scheme of things, it means nothing, right? You could have 100 nice comments, one bad one, you're like, oh no, like this is the worst, I better change everything.
Yeah.
But to get around it, what I've found really helps is, one, having the people around you that are going to hold you accountable, sort of circle back to that, because if I know that I'm going to be down or I'm going to not perform one day because I feel a bit rubbish in myself, well, other people are going to lose out because of that. Right, the team's going to lose out, the customers are going to lose out. Like, my clients aren't going to get as good results because I'm not the best version of me. So you got to think, right, this is more than, like, I've got to get over myself, essentially. Like, it's more than just how I feel today. You've really got to look at outside on that one. And I find that so useful because if you just get left to your own devices, we've all been in, you've had like a duvet day, so to speak, you just want to shut the world out.
Yeah.
Like, that's the worst thing you could possibly do in those situations.
Yeah.
And the weirdest thing ever is when things do seem tough like that, and you think this is like the worst, like I've got to make big change, and you stick to your guns and you really push through that, they're the days that the biggest progress happens.
Yeah.
I don't know why it is. I can't explain it, but I've definitely noticed that. So if you're ever feeling like this is just not going right, push that a little bit harder because you're probably close.
Do you know, I was just about to say the exact same thing. And I remember because as many of our listeners and viewers know, I went through a serious batch of depression before I started my business. And then after my business, more wobbles because of the roller coaster it is business. So if anyone could talk about emotions, it's most definitely me. And I find that often, you're right, it's not staying in the shit, to be blunt, because if we're pushing and then suddenly shit gets real and we stop, we're actually staying in the shit. Like, we're not moving. Best thing to do is to keep moving, like you said. And I love the fact that you mentioned a strategy, because in trading it is, I wouldn't say it's black and white, but it's simpler. It's like, this is the strategy you started with. Don't change that. One, because your mentor's teaching you it. Two, you've got the assets and the resources. You're halfway there. Follow the process. Whereas a lot of people, they get like this shiny object syndrome of like, oh, but maybe we should try this, and this other person said this. And I think unfortunately, the industry we're in, which is the education space, is a lot of people teaching get rich quick. There's a lot of people teaching giving the dream. One of my things, my pet hates, and I'm still in this space where, so I admire a lot of these people, but a lot of people are also over promising and making people think you can be a millionaire overnight, and you can quit your job tomorrow and become financially free through trading.